Hello everybody, welcome back to the Brighton Football Manager series. We have reached the business end of the season. There's 10 games to go for us to get this European place. And today, we take on Man City and Leeds, both at the Amex. I'm always confident at home. I love our home form and how we've made that place a little bit of a fortress. So I'm targeting 4 points today. So if you're looking forward to today's episode and still enjoying the series, please do drop a like. It massively helps the channel. Don't forget to subscribe as well if you are new. This week, I'm planning on uploading every single day. There's going to be Football Manager on Monday and Tuesday, Thursday and Friday. And on Wednesday, something a little bit different. We're going to try out a bit of FIFA Career Mode on the channel. The new FIFA 22 game does get released this week. I'm going to drop the first episode of a Brighton series on this channel. So I hope you guys will give that a chance and look forward to it. I can't wait to play the new game. I mean, essentially, this is a bit of a football channel. It's usually Football Manager, but we're going to try and incorporate a little bit of FIFA as well. See what you guys think. So I'd appreciate it if you get in the comments, let me know your thoughts. So let's have a look then at how we have been getting on off camera. Of course, in the last episode, we beat Tottenham Hotspur by 1-0 away from home. And then we got an unfortunate 0-0 draw at home to Watford. Since then, we've played 7 games off camera. We have won 4 and we have lost 3. So the form has been a little bit average. It started out with a 1-0 defeat at the Fortress at the Amex against Liverpool. Sadio Mane scoring in the 56th minute to give them all 3 points. But we did get a fantastic late winner against Chelsea to get us the points at home against them. Kelechi Iheanacho with a double in the 20th minute and the 92nd. Owusu scoring in the 79th minute. We hoped, or Chelsea hoped, they were going to hang on for a point. They didn't. A big win away from home against Leicester, who actually Brighton played yesterday. I was there. Terrific result for them. 4th in the table at the moment, Brighton, after 5 games. But we can't count the chickens too early on that one. But it was a good performance from them, as it was in this game. Eddie Nketiah in the 29th minute and Tariq Lamptey in the 58th. Then we lost away at Bournemouth. Now, Bournemouth are on an amazing run of form. They are the team that we're actually battling for this final European place in the Premier League table. And they pipped us here. 1-0 in the 2nd minute. That is how the result stayed. Bournemouth took home all 3 points to Ashton Gate. That's where they're playing at the moment. They're having something done to their stadium, probably an expansion. But then we got 2 wins on the bounce. Back at the Amex, 3-1 against West Ham. Yves Bissouma getting his first goal of the season and a double for Eddie Nketiah. And then Bissouma made it 2 goals in 2 games as he scored in the 8th minute against Wolves. Carlos Vinicius finished the game in the 54th minute. And then in the final game off camera, we lost 2-0 against West Ham. 2-1 against West Ham. I thought that we'd got a point out of this. Iheanacho gave us the lead just after the hour mark. They equalised on the 71st, but in the 80th minute, Craig Dawson gave the Hammers all 3 points to break hearts. And that leaves the Premier League table looking like this. We sit in 6th place. The annoying thing is, this season, none of the top 6 or 7 went and won the Carabao Cup. That was actually won by Brentford, I want to say that they beat Manchester United in the final. Did they beat Man United in the final? No, they beat Man City in the final on penalties. It finished 0-0. Brentford won on penalties. So they have got guaranteed European football next season. So it's only going to be the top 6 that qualify for everything else. It's going to be Europa League or nothing for us. So we sit there in 6th, 47 points after 28 games. We're a little bit away from Chelsea. I don't think that we're going to catch them, and Man City are just out of sight, our first opponents today. But we've played a game less than Bournemouth. We are 2 points ahead of them. We're a few more points ahead of Leicester, so we just need to keep a decent run of form going. Interestingly, how many points did we get last season in total? We finished in 8th on 59 points. We're only 12 points away from that target already, and we've got 10 games to go. When you look at the previous season's history, to finish in 6th, you need 60 that year, 58 that year. So we need around 60 points in order to get this European football. So we're looking at another sort of 13, 14, 15 points from the last 10 games. It's definitely doable with some of the fixtures that we have got coming up. We've got a lot of home games up as well. 3 in a row coming up. So we want to be taking at least 7 points from that. Right, let's do it then. First game of today's episode, Manchester City at home. Interestingly, it's the 15th of March. We should have, maybe in today's video, the youth intake. And I can't quite remember what that is previewed to be like. Let me just check for this year. Youth candidates. Oh, yeah, we had 1 or 2 decent players, but it's not the best crop of players that are coming through. But we need to keep an eye on the young Moroccan attacking midfielder who's caught the eye, and a top prospect in centre of midfield. I don't know if this is going to be the same player or not. So today's team then, we've got a couple of injuries and a suspension. Tariq Lamptey is out injured for 2 to 8 days, so we're not going to see him today. Wallace is out as well, and Diawara is suspended for today's game. I don't know if it's for 1 game or 2 games. We will find out. So Ramsdale's going to start in goal. Tsimikas, Sensi, Ostergaard, who is very unhappy at the moment, starts at the back. And Ben White will play at full-back today. In the defensive midfield role, we're going to have Vecino, Ward-Prowse and Bissouma. And then up top, the usual 3, Iheanacho, Carlos Vinicius and Eddie Nketiah. On the bench, Lewis Dunk, Kiesa, Taylor, Graham. Carbonic will fill in on the bench because he's quite a utility man, Carbonic. He can play absolutely everywhere. His attributes aren't too bad either. Trossard and Neil Maupay. Let's get into our first game today. Man City at home. Big game. Difficult game. But I hope that we can get something out of it. Right, come on then, boys. We know this is a difficult game. There are times when we have ruled the roost a little bit over Manchester City, so it'll be interesting to see how this one goes. City not having a great season. They are out of the title race. It's just about staying in that top 4 for them, which I think that they will do comfortably. Can we get an early attack going, though? Here is James Ward-Prowse. Finds Ben White flying up the wing on the right-hand side. It almost gets into the penalty area. Ball in. Iheanacho over the top. First chance of the game, 15 minutes in. Good start for us, though. Tell you what, I would 100% take a draw today as we trot towards half-time. Man City with the ball in. Harry Kane has got other things to say about that. He scores his 17th goal of the season. Man City lead, not unexpectedly. It's actually been their first highlight for them. But Harry Kane is a deadly striker. They've got Camavinga as well. They've got an incredible team, Manchester City. I don't know how they haven't won the league in this save yet, but there is going to be a highlight straight from kickoff. Hopefully our heads aren't going to drop and we're going to capitulate before half-time. Here is Sensi, bangs it forward into no man's land, though, really. Goes comfortably back to Edison, but Vecino will pick it up again. Ward-Prowse tries the ball over the top. The 2 defenders look like they were going to get a little bit mixed up there, and Ben White knocks it down towards Bissouma. Come on, boys, let's have a good attack here. Ostergaard, who's been moaning like mad. He's so unhappy that he wants a place in the side and he wants to go on the transfer list. But whenever he does play, he's never been that brilliant for me. Ball whips into the box, easily wide of the right-hand post of Ramsdale. Right then, into the second half. Man City leading by a goal to 0 at the break. We need to pick this up. My worry lately is that we haven't looked as deadly in front of goal, and Sensi has just basically picked his man up, thrown him to the floor. That's going to be a Man City penalty. So who's going to step up and potentially make this 2-0? It's going to be Harry Kane for his second goal of the game. Tucks it away, 54 minutes in. This game is virtually over. Now, I think it is. This is one of our games in hand. So if it remains like this, it doesn't affect the league table too much at all. But we do need to keep the score down. We don't want our goal difference going downhill because of a heavy defeat. There's a ball, though, in towards Iheanacho. He's not going to get there first in front of Edison. Right, come on, let's get on the attack. Sensi pumps it forward. He manages to find Eddie Nketiah, who gets into the penalty area, drills one across. Vinicius puts it just wide. Right, ball in this time from De Bruyne. Easily collected by Aaron Ramsdale. 20 minutes to go. If we can get a goal now, then we're still in this. But Man City have got it quite comfortable at the moment. Here is Camavinga. Finds David Neres. 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. Good save this time from Ramsdale. Right, we've just made the final 2 changes. Ward-Prowse has gone off for Graham. We've also brought on Trossard for the last few minutes. But I think as the time ticks away, Man City are going to get a deserved 3 points here unless we can do something special. Here's Eddie Nketiah into the penalty area. Ball whipped in. Trossard makes it 2-1. In the 85th minute. Do you know what? Let's go very attacking. Let's do an encourage and see if we can get something out of this. Nice ball through there from Carbonic in towards Eddie Nketiah. Great ball across goal. Trossard was there just to dink it in and say, I don't want to be the forgotten man anymore. But there's going to be 4 minutes of stoppage time. It looks as though the game is going to stay like this. Indeed, it does. Full time, Brighton 1, Man City 2. Couple of individual mistakes, probably giving Man City the 3 points today. You know, they're that next level, that kind of team that we want to get to. We're still working on things. I'm just going to say, what shall I say to them? Can't fault your performance. It was just one of those days. At this stage of the season, with 9 games to go, we just need to try and keep that morale high. Of course, now we've played the same amount of games as Bournemouth. We lead them by 2 points and goal difference as well. So we just need to match their results for the rest of the season. The worrying thing now is that is 2 defeats in a row. In the last 8 games, we've won 4 and we've lost 4. So the form is definitely patchy. But we've got 2 massive home games coming up next. Leeds in 17th, just above the drop zone. Sheffield United in 13th. Of course, we won't play the Sheffield United game today. It'll be purely focused on the Leeds game. But we've got a couple of weeks' rest for international break. We should have the youth intake at some point in the middle of it. Oh, big game here, though, on the Saturday. We haven't got a fixture, but Bournemouth play away against Burnley. Let's cycle this one through. See how the result comes out. We need Burnley to do us a favour. They can't. Bournemouth win by 2-0. They go back above us in the league table, but of course they have played a game more. They are having an astonishing season. You know, last year they finished 14th in the Premier League after winning the playoff final in the Championship the season before, but they've been absolutely incredible, really pushing for Europe in their second season back in the Premier League. Right, here we go then. The annual youth intake has come through and it doesn't look too incredible whatsoever. We've got 3 players who are potentially 3 stars, starting with, this is the Moroccan attacking midfielder. Doesn't look too bad. Decent. He's got decent bit of flair, good bit of teamwork. He's okay. Will he make the grade? I'm not quite sure. We've got Derek O'Callaghan, who is a central midfielder. Again, nothing incredibly special about him. Richard Knight, the Welshman, a right back. Nah, not that brilliant. And then Peter Dawson, the goalkeeper. 1 first touch. Oh, dear me. Right then, second game of the 2 today. It's Leeds United at home. A big game. Leeds just outside the relegation zone, but they do look pretty safe. They're 6 points above Newcastle with a game in hand. Bournemouth are at home to Everton, who are rock bottom of the table. Can they do us a favour? If they want to stay in this division, they need to start winning games. But we just need to do our own business first. We do need to keep an eye on Leicester as well, who are away at Liverpool. They've crept up on us slightly. 44 points, 3 points behind us, with a worse goal difference, though. But we do need to keep an eye on them. And we need to make sure that we go and win this game. Goodness me, and Leicester do get a win in the early kickoff. 2-0. They go to Anfield and beat top of the table Liverpool. That puts them level on points with us. 2 games more played, though. Oh, this is going to be a tricky game. We have to win this. And this is the side that is hopefully going to go out there and do it. Ramsdale is going to start in goal. Taylor, Sensi, White, and Lamptey at the back. It's Senesi, isn't it? It's not Sensi. Senesi. Ward-Prowse, Yves Bissouma and Vecino in central midfield. I have moved the DM up to the central midfield part for this game. I want us to be a little bit more attacking. Iheanacho, Carlos Vinicius and Eddie Nketiah up front. On the bench, Dunk, Kiesa, Tsimikas, McAllister, Carbonic, Trossard and Neil Maupay. Second of the 2 today. Let's go out there. Let's get the win. Right, come on then, boys. We have been on a little bit of a dodgy run of form just lately. It's time to end that today, and we are going to keep an eye on that Bournemouth result as well. But we've got an early attack, just 1 minute and 30 seconds in. Lamptey with the ball in. Eddie Nketiah is there, knocks it into the net, gets his 14th goal of the season. I told everyone that Eddie Nketiah was going to have a good season this year, and he's going out there and he's doing it. Brilliant ball in this was from Lamptey as well. Dinked it into the centre, and Nketiah's got between the 2 centre-backs all on his own. And he's having a great year. He's outperforming Iheanacho this year, of course. Got a hatful last season. He's been a bit unfortunate with injuries this season as Iheanacho, but hopefully he can get himself back on track. He's had a little bit of a settled period now in this side. Bournemouth now leading against Everton by 1-0, so they go back above us in this league table. This is going to go right to the wire this season. I can absolutely tell as we head in to half time. A goal to the good. I'm going to tell the boy. I'm going to point finger and I'm going to say, you've played well so far, but there is still room for improvement. Let's get into the second half. We need another goal or two to just shore this game up and hope that Everton will do us a favour. But Ward-Prowse takes a corner straight to the front post. He's going to have another go. He finds Vecino, who finds the net. His second goal of the season. Brighton 2, Leeds 0, 50 minutes in. Brilliant stuff. We will take this all day long as another highlight comes just as after I've praised the players. Can we find a third? Here's Tariq Lamptey. Lovely ball over the top. Eddie Nketiah is going to get there. Eddie Nketiah tucks it away for his second goal of the game. His 15th of the season. And I've just noticed we've moved back up to 6th place. Does that mean that Everton have got an equaliser against Bournemouth? We'll watch this first. Eddie Nketiah, lovely finish from him. I'm not normally confident when he goes in for the one-on-ones, but Everton have indeed equalised. Richarlison in the 48th minute, giving us a little bit of an advantage, a point advantage, but we've got to concentrate. Taylor clears that one away. We're going hunting for a fourth. Iheanacho into Nketiah, who is hat-trick hunting. I think he's going to have to cross this one, though. Finds Vecino, finds the net. 4-0. Incredible performance. This is what we absolutely love to see. And now that we've got this advantage, with about 20 minutes left to go, 15 minutes left to go, we can make a couple of changes to the side. Rest a few, ready for the Sheffield United game in midweek. So let's take off. James Ward-Prowse. We'll bring on McAllister, who's not had any game time for a little while. Let's take off Carlos Vinicius. We'll bring on Neil Maupay, or do we bring on Trossard again? Let's try Trossard, and then we'll swap him and Iheanacho round. We'll save the final substitution in case we get any injuries towards the end of the game. But it's been a fantastic performance today. And Everton lead against Bournemouth. Oh, now this is what we want to see as Vecino looking to get himself a hat-trick in this game. But yeah, I've just noticed Everton do lead at Bournemouth, which would give us a significant advantage with a game in hand. Here come Leeds, though, with Rodrigo. In towards Click. Back towards Rafinha again. And then onto the right-hand side. Let's not slip up. Lamptey does well and clears the danger. Only as far as Dallas, though. It's all Leeds at the moment. And then they switch it out to the right-hand side once again. What on earth was that pass? I don't know what that was. It looked like some sort of Rabona. But about 15 minutes to go. Fully in control. Here come Leeds again with Dallas. I'm just going to demand a little bit more as Eddie Nketiah picks it up. Tries to find Iheanacho, but we lose the ball once again. Rafinha for Leeds. I don't even know if Marcelo Bielsa's still in charge of Leeds United in this save. We'll have to check in a minute. Here's Wanderson. Finds Alvarez, and there's a good ball towards Rafinha. Good save by Ramsdale. Let's just have a little look. Leeds United. No, they've got Hansi Flick, who's now in charge. How long ago, then, did Bielsa leave? Bielsa just left the management role. There was a guy that was in charge for a few months and then got sacked. Mark Jackson, and then this is a new manager for Leeds that they've got. Right, back to the game then. As time ticks away, it's looking like this result between Bournemouth and Everton is going to stay exactly the same. It's a convincing performance for us. A 4-0 win, and that definitely deserves a well done and very pleased at full time. Yeah, there's the final results. Look, big result for Everton. Man City beating Brentford by 5-0. They've really slipped down the table now, but they will probably be safe for this season. Let's just praise Nketiah's form. He was brilliant in front of goal last time. Absolutely superb performance, which we will take gladly. Right then, so that leaves the Premier League table looking like this. We sit in 6th position with 8 games to go. I think that our game in hand, it is, look, that's the Sunday game against Sheffield United. There's games on the Monday. Yeah, our game in hand is against Sheffield United during the week. So if we win that, we'll push 5 points clear of Bournemouth and 6 points clear of Leicester. That could be a key game for us. But we will play that one off camera, and I think we will come back in the next episode for... Look, we'll do the Sheffield United and Man United games off camera. We'll come back in the next one for Burnley and Everton, and then following episodes after that will basically see out the rest of this season if it goes down to the wire. But I'm pretty happy with how this one's gone. We'll leave it there for today, though. Make sure you come back tomorrow. Tune in for the next episode and this final European push in Season 3 with Brighton Hove Albion. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed, please do drop a like. Don't forget to subscribe as well if you are new. And I'll catch you guys very, very soon.